Hello. Oh, so it's Sunday night, and I've had a rough week. Let me just tell you, it's been one thing after another. And so I was thinking today, you really have two choices, right? So you get to Sunday and you just feel like, oh, I've had the worst week ever. So now what do I do, right? So you have two choices. Two choices of what you can do. Horrible week, right, with everything that's happened to me. So I have two choices. I can either go to bed and let the week go and take it as a lesson, or I can dwell on it and have it ruin my next week, right? So I think there's two choices in life for almost everything, right? So you can either swim in your sorrows and be upset and wonder why things happen to you and why do you continue to be challenged with these things and why does it feel like you are the only person that all these bad things keep happening to, okay? So you can do that, or you can try to think of the positives, that these awful, awful things actually have a positive outcome. Because no matter what happens to you, something positive does come out of it. You may not see it right away, but down the road you will, right? So I'm going to use my car accident as an example. So my car was parked, my kids were safe and they were inside, and a gentleman hit me and hit me so hard he never braked, right? So I had a choice. I could be really mad at him for maybe totaling my car, because the first estimate they have didn't have anything to do with my doors, okay? I can't open and shut my back doors. First of all, my car's not drivable right now. Second of all, my back doors do not open and shut correctly. So when I went to pull my car seats out, it was a pain. So I can look at that as a bad thing, right? So I now have to drive around a rental car. I now have to wait and see if my car can be fixed, and then have a worry of how long it's going to take. Are they going to do it correctly, right? So I can dwell in all this bad stuff, and I could get lost in sorrows with all this bad stuff, right? Just with my car, not counting everything else that happened. But you know what? I'm going to choose not to do that, because no matter what happens with my car, it's still going to be okay, right? Because a car can be replaced, and my car was there for a reason. And I truly believe that my car was there for a reason, right? My car prevented maybe from this gentleman hitting somebody that was walking. There's a bus stop for children like 3 houses up. Maybe prevented him from getting injured. Maybe he would have hit something that was so, I don't know. I mean, there's just so much more that could have happened. So I'm refusing to allow what has happened to me this last week dictate how I am going to feel this following week, right? I feel like sometimes we let other things dictate our future, right? So we let the past take too much of our current time and we dwell in it. We need to stop doing that. We've got to look forward and we've got to look to the positive. Otherwise, we're going to drown. We are going to drown in our negativity. This world is full of so much negativity. It's crazy the amount of negativity in this world. And I refuse to be part of that negativity. I have made it a passion and part of my daily life to always think of the positive that has come out of each of my days, right? And I am trying my hardest to encourage my students to do the same. So like right now, we watched a video about being kind, and I challenged my students to do one random act of kindness this weekend. So I can't wait to hear what my kids have to say tomorrow when I get back to school. But bad stuff happens, It does. It's inevitable. We can't stop the bad stuff. So you have a choice to either allow that bad week to then roll over into the next and roll over into the next and roll over into the next until you have buried yourself so much you can't see anything good in your life, or you let last week be last week. You move forward, you learn from the situations that caused your heartache or sorrow or bad experience, and you move forward and you learn from those. And you start Monday morning new, fresh, and ready to kick butt this next week in whatever it is that you're doing. We always have two choices. Two choices. It's like a fork in the road. You can go this way or you can go that way. It is your choice. So I just ask you guys to think about it and think how you feel when you have a good week compared to how you feel when you have a bad week, right? It makes a world of difference. It makes a world of difference of how tired you feel on the weekends when your days are off. It makes a difference on how your outlook of the next week is, whether it was a positive or a negative. There is always a good you can see in everything and in everyone. Sometimes you have to dig deep, put things aside to see them, but I'm telling you, you are going to feel so much better about you when you look for those positive things. Because who I am now is not who I was 3 years ago. I just think of the situation, how would I have reacted to that car accident 3 years ago? Okay, I would still probably be crying over my car. I would be totally upset. I would be thinking the worst thoughts of, oh my gosh, I'm never going to be able to get another car, blah, blah, blah. Just the worst thoughts. Crazy thoughts is what I would be doing. Okay? So, change your mindset. You have a choice and you always have a choice. You can either drown in your sorrows, be upset of the negative things that are happening that you half the time can't even control, or you can choose to go the other path and be a positive influence on others and be positive in your life and bring positivity to the world when there is so much negative. So I've chosen, although, I owe a paper to my class, it's due tonight, but you know what? I emailed my professor and I said, listen, I've had one of the worst weeks I've had in a very long time. And she said, don't worry about it. So you know what? I'm not worrying about it. I'm the type that always wants to get my stuff done, and I never want to be that person that turns stuff in late, and I don't want to make excuses for not doing it. But you know what? I'm going to listen to her and say, you know what? It's okay. It's okay to wait till Monday. But then on Monday, I'm going to start my week out brand new, positive, and I'm not going to let last week dictate my future week. So just remember, you always, always, always have two choices. Either you go to the negative side or you go to the positive. But it is your choice. So, let's all have a great week. It's a brand new week. Let's hope for sunshine this week. No snowing in May. May 1st is Tuesday. That's a new month, a new week. So much to look forward to. I just wanted to hop on real quick. I know a lot of you have followed this week with everything that's happened. Thank you guys so much for your positive, encouraging words. Thank you for reaching out to me to tell me that, my words are helping you, because that's what I'm hoping. I want to make an impact on others. I want our world to change to be a positive. I don't want to always have to see the negative. One day at a time, we can do it. Let's start this week off great. I will talk to you guys later. Thanks so much for tuning in. Have a great Sunday, and let's have a great week. Bye, guys.